You wrote down the goals, you wrote down the steps that you need to take in order to achieve those goals, and still you haven't achieved them yet. And it's not because the goal wasn't achievable, it's because you haven't become the version of yourself that can achieve it. Welcome to this channel. If you're new here, my name is LaQuisha, and I'm very big on all things personal growth, self-development, becoming a better version of you. If you are interested in any of that, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I am going to explain to you in this video how to become the version of yourself that can achieve the goals that you wrote down in the beginning of the year, because it's a good chance you haven't achieved those goals yet. But don't worry, there's still 6 months left. So let's get right into the steps. The first thing that you need to do in order to achieve the goals that you really want to achieve, you need to make an identity shift. Who you think you are is what you're going to do. So you're not going to do anything outside of your identity. If you don't think that you're a morning person, you're not going to wake up in the morning all happy and chipper. If you don't think that you're someone who is like very athletic, then you're not going to get in the gym. If you don't think that you're not a great cook, you're not going to go and get in the kitchen and cook. So you have to make an identity shift. You have to become the person that can do the thing that will get you what you want to have. The problem with the goals that we set, it's not the goal, it's the person trying to achieve the goal. Because there are so many people out here setting goals and achieving the same ones that you probably got written down on your paper. The only difference is they believe that they can do it. It's a part of their identity. So how do you make an identity shift? It starts with rewiring your brain. If you try to achieve a goal and you're making no progress, the conversation in your mind, it starts to get a little bit more and more negative the more and more you fail. So if you're trying to, say you want to own a successful business and you're trying to make more money with this business, you're trying to be successful, you're trying to make some sales, and you keep putting out content, you keep putting out offers, you keep promoting this business, and you're not making any sales. The more and more you fail, the more and more you begin to tell yourself, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I can't do this. Maybe my products aren't good enough. Maybe nobody wants what I'm selling. So you're literally talking yourself out of being the person that you would have to be in order to achieve that goal. In order to get back on track, you would have to start changing the conversation in your head to support the goal that you're actually trying to achieve. So to make an identity shift, it literally starts on the inside, making sure that what you're saying to yourself aligns with who it is that you need to be so that you can achieve the goal that you're trying to achieve. If you're talking yourself out of being the person that you need to be, then you're not going to do the thing that you need to do. If I want to wake up at 5 a.m. but I'm talking myself out of being the person that can do that by having just thoughts that I can stay up for another hour to watch this show. I'm supposed to be going to bed at 10 p.m. but I'm telling myself that it's okay for me to stay up for another hour. And then I stay up for another hour and I'm like, okay, one more episode ain't gonna hurt, because I really need to find out what happened. By the time I finish talking myself out of being the person I need to be, is 2 in the morning. How am I going to wake up at 5 a.m. if I stayed up to 2 in the morning watching shows that I shouldn't have watched in the first place? Because I talked myself out of being the person I need to be in order to do what it is that I wanted to do. If I want to own a successful business and I'm talking myself out of owning that successful business, I'm telling myself it didn't work, it's not working out, I can't do this, nobody wants what I'm selling. You're talking yourself out of being the person that you need to be in order to do what you need to do. Talking to yourself in a way that supports it is, I can figure this out, I can learn more information, I can read more books, I can tweak this, I can tweak that, I can make my product better, I can learn how to sell this thing better. You have to change the conversation in your head, but you also have to be aware of it. You can't change what you're not aware of. So you have to start listening to your self-talk. You have to start listening to the thoughts that are in your head and making sure that what you're saying supports who you need to be. The conversation needs to look like the conversation of someone who is being that person, so that they can do what they need to do, so that they can have what they need to have. Another thing that you need to do in order to make an identity shift is make sure that you are using your imagination a lot. Your imagination has to be really strong in order to reinvent yourself, in order to make an identity shift, because physically nothing has changed. And a lot of times what we look at is what we use to motivate us. So if I want to lose weight and I keep looking in the mirror and my body is still the same, I'm not going to be motivated because my body is still the same. It's like, okay, maybe I go to the gym for a week. I haven't worked out in maybe years. I haven't worked out in years. So the first week I'm in the gym, it's not going to be easy, especially if I'm serious. It's not going to be easy. So after a week of beating my body up, of being really sore, of not feeling good, I look in the mirror and it's like, what am I doing all this for? I don't see anything different. If you use your imagination though, you can imagine what it would look like when you actually lose the weight. You can imagine that instead. If I want to own a successful business, but the first week that I launched my business, I make no sales. The second month I'm in business, I still make no sales. I'm physically looking at these results, no money in my bank account, and I've been doing this for a while. I'm going to be very discouraged. More than likely, eventually I'm going to give up. Versus if I use my imagination, if I imagine the sales that I want, even if I don't have it right now, if I imagine the support, the audience, the influence, the impact that I want, even if I don't have it right now, I'll be more motivated to keep going because in my mind, it feels like it happened right now. Not only that, because I imagined it, now I'm starting to get a little bit more creative with what it is that I need to do, what it is that I need to fix, what I can adjust, what I can improve, what knowledge I need to learn in order to make the improvements to my business so that I can actually get through this curve of not making any sales and get to the other side where I am making sales. So you have to learn how to use your imagination. Ignore what it is that you physically see until it becomes what it is that you actually want. And in the meantime, between time, using your imagination to see what it is that you want so that you can be motivated to keep going, so that you can be motivated to make the necessary adjustments and the changes that you need to make in order to get what you want. Okay, and so the last thing that you have to do is so that you can make an identity shift, so that you can become the version of yourself that you need to be in order to achieve the goals that you set for yourself, is you actually have to do you have to do what you said you were going to do. You have to do the things that the version of yourself that you need to be would do. And I know that sounds contradicting, but at the end of the day, just getting up and doing it is how you're going to become who you need to be so that you can have what you need to have. Just getting up and doing it. If you know that you need to post one video a week, get up and do what you need to do in order to post that video. If you know that you need to eat better, get up and do what you need to do in order to eat better. Start making a meal plan instead of just going to the grocery store and picking up whatever calls your name. Make a meal plan and go into the grocery store with intention. Just doing what you need to do is how you're going to achieve those goals. If you just did what you said you were going to do, you would have already achieved all the goals that you want to achieve. The problem is that we don't do what we said we're going to do. The version of you that you need to become is somebody that does what they say they are going to do, even if you're taking it slow. Even if all you're doing is one thing consistently. You want to lose weight? Consistently walk for 30 minutes to 1 hour every day. And that's just stick to that. And I promise you're going to see progress. You're going to see change. You want to be a content creator? Consistently record content every day, or consistently post one video for a week every month. And you're going to see change. You want to save money? Consistently add $50 to your savings account every week. You're going to save money. You want to build wealth? Consistently read 10 pages of a finance book every single day, and you're going to learn more about building wealth, and eventually you're going to apply what you learn. So becoming the version that you need to become is doing the thing that version of yourself would do. How do you do the thing? You have to act like you already have what that version has. So if you want to lose weight, but you're not motivated right now because you haven't lost any weight, make an identity shift. Become the version of yourself that's lost the weight, and act like you've already lost it, and make the choices that version of yourself would be making. Make the choices that the version of yourself that has lost the weight would be making. She would be eating better. She would be moving her body. She would be just do what she would do. because you're acting like you already have what she has. You have to use your imagination for this. You have to ignore what you physically see. You have to stop talking yourself out of being that person because your language doesn't match up with with who you need to be in order to get what you want to have. Your language needs to align, which means you got to listen to yourself. You have to listen to what you're telling yourself. At the end of the day, you are more powerful than you think you are. So stop underestimating yourself. We underestimate ourselves so much. We think that we can't do things because we haven't just gotten up and do it. Just get up and do it. And then you'll be like, oh wow, I could do that. I could eat a salad today. I could drink a smoothie. I could make a meal prep for the whole week. Like, just get up and do it. Stop underestimating what you can do, and you will achieve your goals. You will achieve them. You haven't achieved them yet? Use your imagination and pretend like you have. Act like you already have it. Get up and do the thing that version of yourself will be doing, because you already got it. I already have it, so I'm gonna do what she's doing. I already have 100,000 customers. So I'm gonna get up and run my business like I have 100,000 customers. There needs to be some mindset shift in this. If not, you're going to continue to be unmotivated. You're going to continue to put it off because you're going to continue to act like you don't have it yet. Because I don't have it yet, I don't have to show up as if I have it because I don't have it. So what's the point? What's the point of me getting up acting like I have it if I don't? You have to make an identity shift. You have to act like you already have it. You have to use your imagination. You have to change the conversation if you're in your head. You have to stop underestimating yourself. Now, once you do all that, then you can get into the steps. All these steps that everybody's suggesting to you in these videos about making a plan, counting your calories, and doing this has to be a part of your identity first. You have to believe that you are that person so that you can get up and do what they're suggesting. If you don't believe that you're that person, you're not going to do any of what people are telling you. So that is my glow up guide. How you're going to change your life in this next 6 months, how you're going to achieve all your goals, how you're going to reinvent yourself. Because at the end of this year, I want you to look back and say, wow, I did that. Because you can do that. It's already in you. But I can't just tell you this for you. You have to tell yourself. You have to change your language. You have to change the way you think about certain things. Instead of saying, I don't want to work out because I don't feel good after working out. I'm not athletic. I'm not this. It's going to be bad. I'm not going to like it. Change your language. I love working out. I feel so great after a workout. This is easy. Working out is so easy to me. I love cooking clean, nutritious meals. Cooking clean, nutritious meals is so easy. I love being in the kitchen. I love doing this. I hate eating out. I don't eat out. Change your language so that you can change your identity, so that you can do what you're supposed to do, so that you can have what you're supposed to have. And now, if you need some assistance, I have a program. It's called the Reinvent Yourself Accelerator. Everything I told you in this video, I listed step by step so that you can become the version of yourself that you need to be, so that you can have the things that you want to have. You want to have a nice body. You want to have the nice car. You want to have the successful business. You want to have the healthy marriage. You need to make an identity shift. In this program that I'm going to link somewhere, you're going to be able to make this identity shift because I'm going to walk you through the process. So if you need some extra help, check out that program. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value, found value in these tips, hit the like button. And if you want more content like this, if you want to see more content from me, subscribe. I'm trying to work on I'm becoming way more consistent. I'm very consistent. You're going to see videos like this on a weekly basis because I'm a consistent person. That's me making an identity shift. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.